The death of Sarah. Sarah lived to be 127 years old. She died at Kirith Arba, that is Hebron, in the land of Canaan, and Abraham went to mourn for Sarah and to weep over her. Then Abraham rose from beside his dead wife and spoke to the Hittites. He said, I am an alien and a stranger among you. Sell me some property for a burial site here so I can bury my dead. The Hittites replied to Abraham, Sir, listen to us. You are a mighty prince among us. Bury your dead in the choicest of our tombs. None of us will refuse you his tomb or burying your dead. Then Abraham rose and bowed down before the people of the land, the Hittites. He said to them, If you are willing to let me bury my dead, then listen to me and intercede with Ephron, son of Zohar, on my behalf. So he will sell me the cave of Machpelah, which belongs to him and is at the end of his field. Ask him to sell it to me for the full price as a burial site among you. Ephron the Hittite was sitting among his people, and he replied to Abraham in the hearing of all the Hittites who had come to the gate of his city. No, my lord, he said, listen to me. I give you the field, and I give you the cave that is in it. I give it to you in the presence of my people. Bury your dead. Again, Abraham bowed down before the people of the land, and he said to Ephron, in their hearing, listen to me, if you will. I will pay the price of the field. Accept it from me so I can bury my dead there. Ephron answered Abraham, listen to me, my lord. The land is worth 400 shekels of silver. But what is that between me and you? Bury your dead. Abraham agreed to Ephron's terms and weighed out for him the price he had named in the hearing of the Hittites, 400 shekels of silver, according to the weight current among the merchants. So Ephron's field in Machpelah near Mamre, both the field and the cave in it, and all the trees within the borders of the field, was deeded to Abraham as his property in the presence of all the Hittites who came from the gate of the city. Afterward, Abraham buried his wife Sarah in the cave in the field of Machpelah near Mamre, which is at Hebron, in the land of Canaan. In this case, it was very important that Abraham wanted to make a payment, because he didn't want it to be believed by these other people that he was, somebody else was doing him a favor that may have not been walking in the way or knowing the Lord. And so he was trying to do this because the person, Ephron, was just going to give it to him. But he didn't want that. He wanted to go ahead and pay. He understood, that this is a gift, we're all wealthy, etc. But he wanted to make sure he paid for it because he wanted to make sure that it was just. And at the end of the day, that's just what you would do. You would pay for something. So let's think about this in terms of today. So has that happened to you? Had someone just handed you something and said, here you go, you can have it? Were you grateful? Were you thankful? I know it happened to me recently. It was really weird. I needed something for a little, the metal piece for like a yard sign, and I had went to purchase one, but the store I went to said, well, they don't just sell those, they sell a sign with the stand, but they had tons of stands, and they were told by the company, if somebody just walks in and just needs the little thing for the ground, just give it to them. So that happened. I was like, I was in shock, and I thanked them, and I said, God bless, because I was like, wow, I needed something. I needed it for a sign. actually this Bible study, Lamp Bible study. And so I was like, yeah, wow, that was nice. And I offered to pay for it. I really did. Like, I was like, well, I can pay for it. And they were like, no, we don't, you're good. In my case, I did walk out. You know, with the item, I didn't say no. I wanted to pay. I know it wouldn't have been much, but at this, it, you know, it should I have paid for it even if I couldn't? It's a good question. It's one of those things that makes you think, and I still think about it today. You know, like, should I go back and like maybe leave a couple of dollars somewhere, you know, in a tip jar or something? I don't know. Um, hmm. Has something like that happened to you? Has something like that, have you been in a situation, something similar? Like you've overheard it, a friend, coworker, relative, family member? How does it make you feel, and what does it make you think?